Hey folks, welcome back. Today we're going to be playing Space Haven Alpha 18, but before we do that, I want to look at the work in progress clips on the Space Haven official Discord because there's some new content here that we can check out. So if you haven't checked this out before, check out the Space Haven official Discord. The link should be available from the Steam page, I believe. And the work in progress clips channel is where they have these new teasers that they've released. So Axel has posted this notice says sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. And I think the new item that we have here is this thing here. This somebody was joking in the Discussion channel. This is like a beauty mask, but it's actually like a face hugger, I think. So looks like this guy is infected by aliens and might have some kind of chest burster situation going on. Maybe he's gonna hatch aliens onto the ship. Maybe he got hit by that on a derelict, and now he needs to hatch aliens, or unless he's treating the medbay or something. I don't know. But that's what the teaser looks like. Next up, we have some new tables, multiple sizes, subcategories for tables with more options. So we have a whole menu full of. So we have a 1x1 table, which we had before, but we now have 6 different styles of table instead of just 2, because before we just had round or square. Now we've got all these different styles. And then we also have an X1 table that's 2x1, and an X1 table that's 3x1. So we've got a couple different options for decorating your ship and giving your crew some more places to eat. So that's pretty cool. And then last but certainly not least, they say revenge is a dish best served grilled. They're introducing a flamethrower into the game. Axel mentioned this on the Discussion channel. I wasn't entirely sure whether he was joking. It looks like he's not joking. So you can now barbecue a whole hallway full of aliens in one go, which is going to be pretty exciting. And it looks like it also is going to start fires on board the ship, so that should be very interesting. That's all for the new work in progress changes. You can see the rest of them on this channel, and we're going to jump into the game at this point. So you're going to see a blank screen for just a second here while I load that up. Here we go. And let's get started with our Alpha 18 playthrough. Continue where we left off. Where did we leave off? Okay. So we've got... trying to remember why we built this big long hallway here. I think I wanted to move the system core out there or something like that. Or we're building a new system core because we just upgraded the ship to 2x3, right? We're going to the strategic pizza box ship floor plan. We just defeated Slavers Guild ship, the SGS Reasonable Excuse, and we're now getting some salvage off of there. We're also getting some salvage from these other 2 derelicts. We've got a little more soft scrap available here, but we have 65 soft scrap already, so we probably don't need to bother with that. But we do want the rest of the scrap types from this Slavers Guild ship. Looks like we already got everything from the other Slavers Guild ship, the Mega Phyros over here. We got a couple prisoners that we're currently working on grooming as crew recruits. This guy Gray is finally coming around slowly. Boris, Antoine, and these other guys. Looks like we're recruiting Stella, and Xylogex is not quite ready to recruit yet. Checking our fundamental resources, Hyperium, we're good. Energium, we're good with 26, and we got 29 rods as well, so we have quite a lot of energy, actually. Our raw material... Oh, and we got ice. 15 units of ice is pretty good. For a ship this size, it's going to go pretty quick, but that's a decent amount for now. We're a little low on base metals and noble metals. We got tons of carbon, and we're a little low on raw chemicals. So we gotta be careful what we manufacture for trade here, but we're in good shape overall, and we got almost 8,000 credits. So really we don't have to manufacture anything for trade if we don't want to. We can just save the raw materials. Let's fast forward a little bit. Checking to make sure the systems are on automatic, because I saw some people had the little gear here, meaning they're on the bridge stations. I think they're just fending off asteroids in the sector and whatever. Yeah, this guy's on ops, ready to defend the ship against incoming asteroids. That's okay. So I'm just going to chill for a couple minutes here and watch these guys take apart the Slavers Guild ship. New mission available. Wait, do we have another? I realized we had friendly ships in the sector. I forgot about these guys. Sorry, guys. They want us to capture people. We could think about doing that now. We have enough crew for it. We probably would want to have a third shuttle for that. Let me check the temperature in here. I think we're just in the process of expanding our crowbit areas. I want to make sure these new crowbit areas are stable. This one looks okay currently. There's nothing planted over here. How much fertilizer do we have? We have 4 currently. Okay, all these things are in the process of being planted. I think we're going to stick with that many grow beds. We're going to want to bring some more online soon, but we need more raw chemicals to get fertilizer. Let's see what these guys have for trade. I think we may have already traded with them. They probably don't have too much that's interesting to us. We got plenty of electronics components, so we don't need to worry about that. Just have a discount on water, but it's still not really a good deal compared to buying ice, so we're going to hold off on that. Yeah, they don't have any base metals or noble metals. We could buy some infra blocks. That would save us some of those resources. How are we on infra blocks right now? 9. Guys, 13, 159, 15, 154. Might as well buy a couple infra blocks, even though we have some already. I mean, we don't actually need to because we're bringing on a bunch of infra scrap, so let's not worry about it. Let's save the money for more important, cool, useful stuff. So let's check our levels here since we just brought new people on board. Our oxygen level's a bit low. It's looking like we might need to build another oxygen generator. We'll check on it again a little bit later and see how it pans out over time. Here it's high because I've got this sealed off, so this is like its own compartment by itself. It's not circulating with the rest of the ship. But over here it's looking a little bit low. Temperature, so we'll see if that changes over time. So right now it's at around 150 here. That might be okay, actually. Maybe we might be alright. What's it going to do with this room? This is another med bay, right? Let's go ahead and build that other med bay. Think about putting a vent in between these two. Probably doesn't make a big difference though. Oops. This is not right. So the door has to be... I don't like the way that looks. Let's change this. So, problem that I have here is that the medbed is asymmetrical. Like it's more leaning towards the left side. So if I put the door at this location relative to the interior of the room, the person won't be able to get in and out of the room. So I have the option, I can either make the med beds themselves asymmetrical or I can make the doors asymmetrical. I think it looks a little more natural to just make the doors asymmetrical rather than having the whole med bed turn 90 degrees. So I'm going to move these walls over a little bit. Alright, so now we can put a med bed over here. And we'll wall that off. Got a little more infra scrap coming on board. We're mostly done with this. We can think about leaving this sector now if we wanted to. I think we're not in any particular hurry though. Let's get the last bit of infra scrap. Oh, we got 30 already. That's worth another 15 blocks. I just saw the salvage robot go out through a hole in the hull. He just disappeared out of this. It's kind of cool. Alright, they're not working on this actively anymore. There are some soft scrap still, but actually we're done with that aside from the soft scrap. The crew's mostly awake now. Let's check out what state the away team is in. We got a couple of people, Leia and Silene, who are a little tired, and Amy is currently resting. We're gonna send these guys to rest for a couple hours here. just realized I was talking really loudly because I had my headphones turned way up. I just turned them down a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. This is probably a cargo mission. Deliver cargo from Zen Klendathu Realm to Tackless Johnson Swirl. To go all the way back there? I don't know if I want to do that. I'm in the resource-rich sector right now. Let's stay here and clear everything out. I think I want to go for this. Do I? Hold on one second. Somebody's IMing up a storm at work. I gotta take a real quick break and figure out what the heck they're on about. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry. Okay. Never mind. I put in a ticket, a problem ticket at work because one of our internal websites that we use for testing is broken, and the guy is contacting me to tell me, well, it's broken because we haven't fixed it. Like, okay, thanks. That's super helpful. I want to scout around, and because I'm looking for raw chemicals, and here's some raw chemicals, so we're going to go there. We can do some of this stuff on the way back. Have cultists coming into this sector. We could probably get our mining done before they get here, depending what's in the sector. Put that here. Robots. Okay, well, it might put a little bit of a crimp in our plans. Let's... we're going to turn off nav. We're going to bring the fighters online. We're going to turn off weapons for now. And then let's bring out the fighters. We're going to try to fight off this guy first, and then fight off these guys. I think we could do both of those things, hopefully, before the cultists get here. If it gets down to like the 3-hour mark and we haven't fought them off yet, we're just going to jump. But I want to disengage the jump for right now because I want to make sure that we're able to launch fighters, which is an important part of this process here. Run red alert on ops. Doesn't tell us how long the robots are going to be, which is unfortunate. Why did our ship stop firing? There it goes. Okay. Guess it was recharging or something. Alright, now we can send our fighters over here and start bothering these guys on the mining station. These, I think they're called bloodhounds or something like that, these robots that sit on the asteroid and defend the asteroid. They're going to fly over the ship and get shot at by the ship's point defense. Very good. That's not where a point defense cannon should be. I wonder if I misclicked when I built that. I mean, it's helping us out right now, but it's not supposed to be there. That's supposed to be a ship weapon. Okay. Okay, this is a bug. So we've destroyed the robot sentry drones, but they're still appearing on the minimap here. I'm going to report this real quick. I destroyed the robot sentry drones on this asteroid, but their little red icons are still appearing on the tactical map view. Okay, success. Bug reporting is important. Okay, we're gonna bring in the fighters. And we're gonna stand down shields and ops. It's a yellow alert. No, we're going autopilot actually, I think. Oh, okay. I guess that was all the robots. I thought there was going to be more, because it had this icon at the top right here. I thought another group of them was going to come in the sector, but it looks like it was just flagging the robots that are already there in the current sector. Let's get this mining done if we can in the next 2 hours. So with raw chemicals on board, once we get that mining done. Are we getting the mining done? There it goes. Okay, so we're gonna go until we hit the 2 hour mark here, and then we're gonna spin up the hyperdrives and get ready to jump. We've got 2 cultist ships coming in this sector. We probably don't have the firepower to tangle with both of them. Thinking about moving this point defense turret. I'm not entirely sure where to move it to. This is gonna be storage. I think we probably need one in the forward part of the ship, like up here. So maybe this is... maybe we put this opposite. Hey, Cannonball, how's it going? Doing alright. How about yourself? So I think we're going to move this point defense turret to the front of the ship, but for that we need to get some hull construction done. We can't do that with cultist ships bearing down on us. At least it's not a good idea. Okay, we're down to the 2 hour mark, so let's spin up our hyperdrives and everything. Bring our fighters home. So the hyperdrive is charged. We're waiting for this mining ship. That's okay. We can afford to take like 1 volley from the cultists here. We're gonna fire a volley of shots at them. Which ship do I want to shoot at here? I think they're identical, so it doesn't really matter. We're just gonna fire 1 volley and then jump out of the sector, I think. These ships don't have a lot of guns, actually. We could afford to shoot a couple volleys at them, especially since they're not ready to fight. Just keep an eye on our own shields. When our shields are low, then we'll jump. We don't really have enough firepower to kill enemy ships, is the problem. We don't have firepower that we can like put holes in them, damage their shields and stuff, but I'm actually gonna go for... yeah, I clicked on their point defense turret. I'm actually going to go for the shield generator here, though. Okay, so that's about time that we jump. We actually destroyed their point defense turret, which is pretty good. If we encounter them again, we could think about sending out fighters, but we have 3 more turrets to destroy, so let's not do that now. Spent my day trying to justify getting a stream deck, but haven't so far. I find a stream deck very convenient. I mean, depends on your budget, but it's like, I just push like a couple buttons and start up everything I need. I don't have to go and like find stuff on the desktop. I click on it. It's really just a convenience thing. You know, if you use sound effects on your stream, you can like have buttons for the sound effects, but really I don't use those a lot in my day-to-day with my current streaming style that I have. So it's really just about being able to get the stream started more quickly for me and ending the stream quickly, which is important if you like, you can like get the game running before you start the stream without having to like alt tab and stuff like that. So it's just easier that way. That's my feeling anyway, but it's not super necessary. Okay, so we've got rogue bots coming in 4 hours. Let's go ahead and get some Energium here. So that takes precedence over the carbon, because we have plenty of carbon. We have plenty of Energium too, but Energium's more important in general. So that's the one that a resource that we're going to run out of over time, whereas the carbon is just going to be there until we manufacture more stuff, because we're not using carbon for grow beds yet at this point. I might go ahead and fill this in. And that's going to become a point defense, I think. And then this will be moved, and then we can build another weapon there. And I'm thinking I want some energy turrets as well, so we can disable the systems on enemy ships more efficiently. We'll see about that in a little bit. We need probably need base metal to make that happen, and noble metal. Okay, so we can build out the rest of our... This blocking is off here. I'm just noticing like the symmetry is messed up. Let's do this. I'm gonna move this med bay over a little bit. That's better. Okay, and this medbay is going to move over here. Store is going to move over once the medbay is moved. Can't move it right at this moment. We've already got all the resources from here. We're still getting the materials and stuff. We can fight off the robots. Let's get our... Oh, we're going to give our away team 1 hour to rest. I don't know if they're going to get the whole hour. We'll see how long it takes these guys to get on board. No, you know what? No, we're just going to... Okay, we got another tick of rest. That was worth. We're going to send the away team here. Or however much of them are on board currently, because some of them are over there. Systems can stay on auto, that's completely fine. Our point defense cannons are getting distracted by this thing. Okay, we got crew combat. The robots are boarding now. Should be easy pickings because of the choke point that we've created here. It's kind of cool to see both combats going on at the same time, isn't it? You got the fighters going on overhead and these guys fighting inside. It's pretty sweet. Okay. Now that we got that, can you leave my mining things alone, maybe? Okay, we blew that up. That's fine. Alright, stations are still on default. That's okay. A lot of micromanagement. Kind of, yeah. I enjoy it. I like micromanaging things. I don't know. I think you can get away with a little bit less micromanagement than I'm doing, but I don't know. I like to fiddle and be precise with stuff to a point. Solar flare is still 8 hours out. That's pretty good. We go and fight these guys again. Can we get this fixed? Let's get our away team over here. Trying to see if we can get somebody to repair the airlock before the bad guys show up. Let's have Kenneth do it. Okay, we mopped up all the robots except for the landing craft here. Looks like they're coming in the other side this time, which is fine by me. Nice, we blew up their transport ship. Good shooting, team. Alright. As you were, crew. Let's have this ops on red alert, shields on red alert for the solar flare. I'm sure these guys are fairly well rested. They're going to need to be there for 6 hours. Let's have the ops on red alert, shield on yellow alert. How about that? That way they can shift change if they need to. As long as they don't do it within like an hour of the flare showing up. Let's try to get these walls done so that we can seal off this compartment if there's a fire. So apparently is not following orders. Not exactly sure what his deal is. Job unreachable, no path found. Okay. How can this be unreachable? I don't understand. That should be a wall. Okay, well, I guess we're not getting that inner wall done. That's okay though. We still got a wall around the outside area, so we can shut off the entire shuttle bay. Maybe I was trying to force them to do it in the wrong order or something like that, like the... Okay, I'm gonna bug report this because it's bugging me. Hold on. Let's see. Smooth sounds of space coming to your radio. Hey, Atomic, how's it going? Soundtrack for this game is beautiful. I like it a lot. Paul Zimmerman knows what he's about. Okay, let's see. Keep getting these job pathing errors, which don't make any sense because the area is clearly accessible. Happy Wednesday. We get to the 1 hour mark for the solar flare here. We're gonna get everybody in their suits. Do we even need to be here? Yeah, we're still mining. We don't need that. We do need shields. We need ops. We don't really need ops, actually. We can have that be yellow alert. We need shields for sure, and then we need everybody in their spacesuits. I'm gonna draft everybody and have them work just for an hour to make sure they get their suits on. See, the prisoners all are also suited up. That's important to have the prisoners have access to an airlock. Otherwise, if there's a fire in their compartment, they'll all die because they have no place to go. Okay, here comes the flare. Looks like we had no fires on board. Good deal. Back to automatic, and we'll turn off the spacesuit directive, which I always forget to do. There we go. I'm gonna try to cancel this and rebuild it. Now that... Actually, I don't really want it there anyway. I want to move everything over by one, so... Kind of works out. There we go. Once that wall's built, I'll demolish this spot here. Very good. This door can't be here because of the way the medbay is laid out, unless we make the medbed sideways, which again I don't want to do, so I'm going to move this door over here. We'll just fill in the last medbed, because why not? Okay, now over here. I was originally thinking this area was going to be more life support. It could still be more life support. I think I want point defenses, though. I think we're going to move those a little bit further. The thing about the point defenses, they don't need to be that centrally located. But they probably don't want to be all the way on the outside edges. I could maybe move them up here somewhere. I'm trying to leave room for the bridge, because I want to be able to move the entire bridge up here and then make the crew quarters bigger. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So let's make space for a new bridge here. Sketch. I want the bridge to be somewhat centrally located, and it's important that it be relatively close to the crew quarters, so we don't want to put it all the way at the front of the ship, because it's going to think about, like, if the ship's coming out of hyperspace and there's an enemy waiting for us when we come out of hyperspace, like, how far are the crew members going to have to walk to get to their bridge stations so they can defend the ship? That's really what you got to worry about with your bridge placement. So we want to make this relatively close to the crew quarters. It's obviously not going to be as close as this, but this shouldn't be too bad. We could, if we wanted, actually move the life support forward and put the bridge section here where the life support is now. Bridge is going to be narrow, so this is just room for 4 consoles back to back. So nav, ops, weapons, shields. The question is, do we move the life support forward? I'm going to say no, because the area that needs the most life support access is the crew quarters, so it makes sense for the crew quarters to be in between. I mean, it makes sense for life support to be in between the crew quarters and the bridge, so I'm happy with this setup. Go ahead and build that out. We're gonna have to unlock this in order to make that work, but we'll wait till the whole construction gets done first. Oh, I guess once the hull here gets built out, it's not going to matter, so we might as well open this now. We can think about adding more solar panels if we could find space for them. We don't have the space, right? Oh, we got space for one more solar panel. Let's go ahead and plunk that down in there. Trying to have the solar panels be enough to power the ship's general operation for non-combat purposes. It's not going to be nearly enough, but it's a cost savings, reducing the amount of blue crystals we use per amount of time that we spend in the sector not doing anything, just mining. Okay, so here we're going to need a wall. And then the life support section is going to end there. Put a door there, assuming that I'm going to have something else to the side, which is probably going to be more grow beds, just like over here, eventually. We also want to wall this off. We can put in a vent if we need to. Okay, and because we have cultist ships coming in, I'm not going to move the bridge stations right away, but that's our next order of business here. I think I'm going to do that so we can place a double door over there, so we don't have to place a single door and then demolish it again later. Okay, we're actually ready to leave the sector. We have no reason to hang out here anymore, so let's go ahead and spin up the hyperdrives. We can take another. This is the same group that we fought before. We could take another shot at them before we leave the sector, just like last time, because the NPC ships' shields don't recharge in between sectors like ours do. They only recharge if they're in the sector with us. It's a little idiosyncrasy. Otherwise, fighting space combats in the early game would be way too hard, I think. That's the reason why they did it that way. I don't think it's a bug. Okay, so we're just trying to disable their shields at the moment. Ready to jump whenever. And now seems to be whenever. There we go. I need another shield. I think we should probably get a third shield online pretty soon. Base metal, yes. This is what we need. And we got noble metal over there, so we're going to be in good shape very soon. We're already in pretty good shape. Okay, we might have some more robots appearing in the sector at some point. I don't see any icon though, so maybe we're okay. We also need the ice. Not as urgently as we need the base metal, but we'll definitely need it. So we've already used up 2 ice since I started the stream. There's only one, but it went like 20-30 minutes, something like that. Okay. Ready for this whole construction to get done. Everybody's resting currently, so taking them a minute. There it goes. Okay, so let's go ahead and put in that double door. Solar flare coming in 9 hours. Probably still be in the sector by then because we got 2 mining things to do, and we are using the ore refineries, so the mining takes a little bit longer. I have all 4 stations built out right now, right? Yeah, okay, so let's move the ones that we don't care about right now first. So weapons is going to move up to here. Maybe this actually... Do you want to make this a square narrower? Debating whether to leave a little extra room. Let's leave a little extra room on the bridge for decorations, why not? We can maybe put in a table or captain's chair or something like that. In fact, I'm going to actually expand it by 1 just so we can have some, like, a little bit of decoration area. This is a luxury here. Here we go. Okay, we're working on both types of mining, which is good. Yeah, so I'm thinking I'm going to want to try to finish up this playthrough relatively soon because Alpha 19 looks like it's pretty far along in its development, as you guys saw from the screenshots that I was showing off earlier from the Discord. So I think I want to finish this playthrough ideally before Alpha 19 comes out. Maybe we'll have a week or 2, in between sort of thing. Because once it comes out, it's probably going to go up directly onto this branch, and I'll want to start a new playthrough for the new version. At some point, I also have to make an updated tutorial for the game. Every time I finish a playthrough, they add new features to the game. So I'm like, am I ready to build a tutorial yet? But I have to do it at some point because the tutorial that I have out there now is very old and has a lot of outdated information. I mean, it's still kind of useful, but it covers here's what things are on your ship and here's the basic materials, but the power grid stuff is all changed. The priority of what's important in building your ship at the beginning has changed a little bit, that kind of stuff. So it makes sense for us to do an update sooner rather than later. Let's go to red alert on shields, yellow alert on ops, yellow alert on fighters. And oh, I forgot to put people in there. Spacesuits are on. Okay. Now I just need everybody to draft it for an hour to go get the suits. I think if somebody's already on the shield console when the flare hits, that really helps avoiding fires. I think it also depends on the total amount of shields coverage that your ship has. Like if the shields go down, I think like sometimes the flare can temporarily drop your shields. Even if the shields get raised back up again, you can get a fire. Or I think if the shields get really low, you can get a fire, even if it doesn't actually go down completely. So the shields do really help with the solar flares. This needs to be online probably. We probably need another heating unit, I think. Okay, let's put in this door. It's like showing the out of infrablocks thing. I was like, there's no way we're out of infrablocks already again, is there? We have a single cultist ship coming in. It's probably not going to be one of the two ships we fought earlier, but I guess it could be. So we're going to lock this again and close that vent. We won't lock it. We'll just close the vent so nobody has any reason to go there. Let's move ops next. We're going to have ops be up here. At some point we also have to move shields and navigation, but we're going to hold off on that until after we skirmish with the cultists again. Right, that's offline because the ops console isn't working currently. That's getting done. Very good. Okay, we're at the 2-hour mark, so it's time for us to get our stuff together and spin up our hyperdrives. Now, we could launch fighters at this point if we were confident in our ability to beat them, but I'm not even sure if this is the same ship that we were shooting at before, or if it's something different. I think it's going to be something different. Only because it's a single ship and not multiple ships. Yeah, so this is a different ship, sure enough, so... it's probably not a lot of utility in us fighting these guys because they have more shields relative to the size of their ship than we do. And they have significantly bigger guns. So I think we're going to kind of just get off a volley, because this is, you know, we're not using ammunition here, this is basically free. They're going to deplete our shields pretty quick because of their big energy cannons that they have here. So this is an energy cannon. And then that's with defense. So they actually can't destroy our ship. They're all about disabling us so they can send a boarding party, which is interesting. Okay, I think we're ready to jump. Question is, where to now? I don't want to do that cargo mission, sorry. We could go here. Our shields are kind of down already anyway. So we could think about going to the nebulas. But we're surrounded currently, kind of. Oh, no. No. Okay, good. I want to go there, but there's all these enemies just, like, surrounding me here. They're both leaving that sector. Good. Okay. So hopefully we don't get hit by solar flares again. We can quickly scoop up this noble metal. And then we'll get roguebots. I don't like roguebots. I mean, they're cool, but I don't want them shooting at my ship when our shields are down, because we're in the nebula. Let's launch fighters. And let's have nav on yellow alert. And ops on yellow alert. We're just going to try to stick around long enough to get these noble metals. And I think we're going to scram here. We'll see. Oh, it is giving us a readout now on the timing, so it's 1 hour away. I guess the reason it didn't give us a readout before is because the bots were already in this sector. wonder if we need like a third or fourth fighter. Let's see what the robots are like here. That's a lot of attack bots. Oh man. I'm torn whether I want to try to start up navigation or whether we want to fight them off. I think we could fight them off. They're all going to attack the main ship. We might suffer some breaches and stuff like that. Let's get people in their spacesuits again, sorry crew. And get all of our hatches battened down, so to speak. Okay, they are actually shooting at our fighters, but that's okay because our ship's point defense and the two fighters are going to take care of them pretty quick. Looks like we're okay here. Yeah, we're fine. They barely even damaged the ship. We were prepared. Okay. Back to automatic. And let's just hope we don't get hit by it. Okay, we do have one micro breach here. So we did take a little bit of damage here. Fortunately, there's nothing in that room. We lucked out in that regard. Micrometeoroids are a different story. Can we get this one noble metal finished so we can leave? Because without shields, there's no defense whatsoever against micrometeoroids, and it's not worth losing all my grow beds just to get a couple of units of basic ore and a couple of units of ice. I mean, if we were desperate for ice, it could be worth it on balance to get that ice, but we have 20 ice already, so there's no need for us to endure that. Fire on board, where is it? Fire and engineering, that's not a good place. It's not a place where we want fires to be. As a rule. Really rather have a working generator if it's all the same. This power node goes out, it's going to be a big problem. It's overloaded. We're going to open this compartment to help deal with the smoke. Because there's a gas scrubber right there on the other side of this door. Okay, we're ready to jump. We don't have to wait around for more micro breaches to happen. Now we could, if we wanted to, vent all of the gas on board the ship from these two chambers. So we could open up this door and then vent out of the airlock and just basically wait for all the oxygen to empty out of this room. But I think the oxygen in the room is going to get used up anyway. We've also got a micro breach in the room, so it's kind of unnecessary. Let's hope that there's no solar flares or whatever here, and then we can just sit for a minute and repair the ship. Okay, we don't need people on turrets or nav currently. Shields can go to yellow alert, and ops can go to off. So everybody's going to be fighting this fire anyway. Are you guys, like, not... I think they can't reach that square. Maybe we do have to vent after all. I don't think they can get over to here. There we go. Okay. They fixed it. So now we gotta check the temperature. Temperature's okay here. Can we bring another gas scrubber into the mix? Olochi's fixing this hull breach, that's good. Oh, we got another hull breach in the... Darn it. Okay, I didn't see this before. So we're going to open all these vents here in order to try to save this grow bed area. Because we want oxygen to flow from other parts of the ship into here, and CO2 to flow from other parts of the ship into here. This one will leave closed for now. Just opening a bunch of vents so that gas can be drawn from all these areas to fill the grow beds. A lot of these might die anyway because of this. I guess there's no smoke here actually, so that wasn't too bad. Looks like we saved the grow bed successfully. We just gotta wait out this mess over here. And then we're good to open everything up again. Start opening some of the more critical passageways for airflow here. Do this in the vents view, but I kind of want to see what's in each room. Back and forth, that works. So we can actually open everything on the front half of the ship. It's really only the engineering areas that we want to keep closed at the moment. Let's do it like this. Let's open everything and then close the things that we want to close, since we have it paused. Close. 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 There's a thermal regulator in there, so I'm gonna leave this open. And we'll close that. The other door on the other side of this hallway there. I was kind of in the process of remodeling this area, never quite finished. We should probably demolish this extra X2 generator since we have two X3s now. I don't think it's really necessary anymore. Alright, so this is now fixed with a little fast forwarding. Backup power, okay, take it back. We do need a third generator for emergencies. We could also just get more power capacity nodes, probably. I think we're ready to open everything at this point. Good to go. Okay, what was I working on before that all happened? So I want to close that. We need temperature control up here on the bridge. We'll solve that. Am I crazy or is this asymmetrical? No, I'm crazy. Okay. Let's put a thermal regulator over here. Yeah, the one next to the door here. Okay, this is starting to even out again. It was just cold because everything was sealed. Okay, we got the advanced nutrition research done finally. We could start working on artificial meat, which is the next thing in our queue. That's important. Gonna solve the last of our crew's malnourishment issues. It's gonna make our food supply stretch farther because we're not eating extra food to compensate for the lack of protein. Okay, and now that we've got all that sorted out, we can also think about moving our navigation and shields consoles. Are shields up? Yes, they are. That's fine. Yeah, we'll make these priority. I usually don't like to leave this much white space in a room. We could collapse this and make it a little narrower if we wanted to, but I think the bridge warrants a little bit of extra decoration. We could maybe put some cows in here later when the next version of the game comes out, something like that. We could also put like these things, which I've never used before. They're just decorative lockers. Or these, which I like better. I think I like the other one better. So this could be like the ops locker, like on the Roci, you know. Let's put captain's chair. Yeah, that's pretty good. And then ops locker. This also has the game benefit of the crew members having access to decoration. Does it make sense for the op lot? Probably doesn't make sense for it to be opposite the captain's chair. We probably want it to be like there, right? It's kind of big for an ops locker. Maybe it makes more sense to have it against the wall. I don't know. Waffling about which this looks more like a locker room locker like you'd find in their crew quarters, I think. I think this is more like a bridge locker. So something like that, and then let's put in some lights. Yeah, I like that. This is going to be our final bridge layout here. Debating whether to connect these up. Oh, you know what? Let's put what are they called? Bedside table. Yeah, that's our captain's thing there. Kind of like that. Do I want to? That looks sick. I really like that. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna have more bridge lights by the door here. Yeah, let's have lights by the doors. That was cool as hell. I'm happy with that. And then ideally I'd like to have some windows here. We might leave space for bridge windows. I think that's going to be a good thing. So whole windows here, here. Let's have a whole window for each station, I think. Yeah, like that. Okay. Beautiful. That's like our command deck. Some folks that are experienced Faceplay players that are watching this are probably cringing at the amount of basic power we're wasting on light fixtures in this setup, but I think it looks cool and it's worth. Let's have. We know these areas are kind of like finished, so let's try to put some stuff in here. If this ends up being a different width. Oh, I built it out too far, that's why. And we can close this fed because there's nothing in here currently. Might as well save that power, right? Until we actually need it. Checking our ice and raw material supplies. We've got tons of stuff now. We can basically just build what we want. Now this was gonna move. Where was I gonna move this to? I was talking about moving it up front, like here, I think. Yeah, let's do that. So it'd also be like there. I want it to be directly attached to the grow bed area, though. It needs to be accessible from somewhere. Maybe we have like a little access corridor. Like that on each side. That's gonna mess up our hall windows. I don't like it. It didn't leave quite enough space for there to be a corridor off of there, so let's put it over here. Maybe we can still have... That messes up the front windows. Doesn't honestly matter, but it's the principle of the thing. We could just put it like here on the sides of the main hallway. We need an extra space there because we gotta have room for a door. That'll do. And another room there for another double door. Could have also put them like up here, but I think I want to have this be like our weapon pylons. We gotta have a power node. There should be room for a power node here, though. That'll work, yep. So like that. And then this will power both of them. Doing on system points, we've got 2 left. This is going to be over here now. You can see the radius of this, by the way, when you go to... Show that again. You go to place this, you can see the radius of how far the point defense shoots. So this covers like a large area in front of the ship, but it doesn't cover the entire ship. And then we need to turn this on, because now we got stuff coming all the way out to here. Could make another point defense cannon, but I think I'd rather have another weapon over here with our last 2 system points. Auto turret. That's only 1 system point, so maybe we'll have that. Yeah, let's put that. We ran out of info blocks again. It's okay. Just gonna give industry time. We're gonna just chill here for a minute and let the crew get caught up with all of their shipboard tasks. We've been doing a lot of flying around and building and mining and stuff. Once this gets built, then I think we'll be good to go. Once we got like a couple extra infra blocks and storage. At some point we gotta build out this 4th storage too. I mean, we don't have to because we got plenty of storage space, but I do want to, again, for aesthetic reasons. You can get away with having only 1 large storage on a ship realistically. If you're planning to build a 2nd ship, you might want to have a 2nd large storage. There's really no reason to have 4 storages. I just think it looks cool. Okay, so we got our 2nd, or actually that's our 4th point defense turret, 3rd point defense turret online. No, we do have 4. We got 2 aft and 2 forward. That's good. And we got our weapon here, which I built slightly the wrong location. Military Alliance. What do you guys have for us? And what do you want from us? They have carbon. Really keen on selling us carbon. I like having raw materials, but we already have like 40 carbon, so I can't really justify the expense. On the other hand, it is very cheap. And so carbon can be kind of hard to find sometimes. We're in the resource-rich sector right now. Let's take advantage, get what we can here. We're good on Energium and Hyperium still. I don't think there's much we really want to sell them, because again, we have a decent amount of base metals now. We're still low on raw chemicals, though. I think we're good. Probably asking us about the rescue or the capture again. Yeah. How about with Silene here? She's unconscious. Knocked unconscious. Could have been a result of an accident. Did I not build the... Oh, I must have messed up the forward hull windows when I built that other thing. Even though it never actually finished the construction. Not that there's anything to see with those pylons in the way, but, you know, if you imagine that as being, like, elevated above the spine of the ship, you know, they could see out over the bow. I think that'd be cool. Okay, let's see. How's our food surplus doing? We still have basically no surplus food except for this random supply of grains and hops that we have, so we're going to keep adding grow beds. Do I want to do it over here? Yeah, we know we're not going to build anything there, probably, so I think this is alright. Yeah. You got 3 in for block service. It's going to take a minute to fill these out. I'm going to put another little tiny grow bed on the end there when we're done with these. And another one over here. And put another thermal regulator on the end here because this is on the outside of the hull. Probably here's good. I want there to be windows, I think, where the grow beds are at, so maybe here's better. There we go. So these windows, in addition to being decorative, serve a practical purpose, which is that if the ship loses power and all of our lights go out, which I don't know if it's a thing that can happen in this version of the game anymore. Do the lights go out when the ship loses power? I have to pay attention to that next time it happens. Could test that real quick. This is like bad ideas 101. The lights are still on. I guess they're considered emergency lights. I don't know. But it's all good. So I saw some things went down, like the auto turrets went dark and all that kind of stuff, but the actual lights on in the carters are still up. At some point I also need to get the technology to grow grains and hops so crew can have a beer in our newly expanded crew quarters here. Oh, we need to... Hold on, let me just ban this guy real quick. / ban Zwergendianer. There we go. Okay. Looks like we're having a commercial break come up in just a second here. Crew's all taking a break too. We got the insufficient oxygen warning. Let's check on that. Might just because all the crew's in one area. We're still in the 140s to 160s in the rest of the ship, so I think it was just because all the crew was using the wreck area, which is okay as long as it doesn't completely run out of oxygen. We're fine. Insufficient resources, food, yeah, we know. Let's check if any of these guys are ready to recruit. Xylojex is ready to recruit. Sorry, I've been ignoring you, buddy. Boris is still thinking about it. Gray is still thinking about it. We're out of system points at this point, so this is a good time for us to build that new system core. It's going to be an X2 core. Make sure grow beds don't have neglect penalties or anything like that. We'll check on that periodically when you're expanding your grow bed capacity. So again, we're just chilling, we're building, letting the crew get caught up. Not going anywhere crazy. I just noticed it's closed on this end, but open on this end, which we don't need. Let's close that. Okay. I'm arbitrarily setting the target number of things that we're trying to grow to like 6 or 7, but we may need to adjust that later. Once we actually have enough production to kind of keep up, we might start to see fluctuations in the level of resources that we have available. And if that happens, so we can put some of the grow beds that are nearer to storage and crew areas to higher capacity or to higher production thresholds to make sure that they're steadily producing. You don't really want to put it on continuous because you don't want to waste your whole ship's water supply on making extra food that you don't need. Okay, have a fire. We'll check on that in a second here. This can really just be a single door. Don't need a double door there. Check on the fire. Fire in the airlock. Guess this is as good a place for fire as any. Or fire in, I guess it was actually a fire in storage. So we got our 3. Now, do we want to build any more advanced weapons? We don't need to do that right away. I think what I want to do is get the ship underway here. See our new bridge get used for the first time. Anya, you're a little tired. Why don't you go rest and let somebody else take bridge control? Rothmar, you're also a little hungry. Go eat some food. Make sure people are on the bridge stations. They're kind of stuck there for a while if you're putting it on red alert. So you got to make sure that the people there are okay. Otherwise, you don't want them to give up and be like, oh, I'm exhausted. I'm going to bed in the middle of a firefight, you know? Okay, yeah. Rock chemicals we don't have any of, so we're going here next, for sure. Cultists coming in. I think we started mining this before and then we got chased out of the sector, and maybe, I'm not sure. So we got a +1 to their navigation skill, that's cool. And let's start working on expanding our weapon pylons here. So we got like a bunch of little guns here. We got some room out here that I left for us to be able to expand the area. So let's expand like that, I think. Look, okay, it would be nicer if the big weapons were here, but because of the way their fighter bay is laid out, it's not really going to work that way. Unless... what do we move the facing pod hangers to over here? Yeah, okay, I like that better. So this will make it more efficient as well as... There we go. So this will make the weapons pods a little better looking, I think, and it'll make them more efficient as well. We can probably have a carter directly connecting the weapon pod to this thing. So what I'm going to do basically is I'm going to take this pod bay, I'm going to move it over to the other side here so it's facing instead of next to this guy. And then if we need to put more pods, we'll add them in the forward section, probably. Probably gonna eventually have another shuttle and some pods up here somewhere. Make sure we wall this off properly. Oops. Gonna wait until all that's built out before we start. What type of pod is this? This is a builder, right? Yeah. We're done with the whole building at this point, so we could... Question is, do we have... I'm gonna wait till all the other construction is done first, because I want to make sure the crew has capacity to get this moved on before the cultists get here. We start moving stuff around, we'd end up having to abandon a builder craft, potentially, if the cultists chase us out of the sector. Which you don't really want to do. Who's on my lunch break? Everybody's sleeping now. Cultists have a weird habit of attacking in the dead of night. This is the bigger cultist ship, I think, because it's a single ship. Assuming it's the one that we encountered before. Oop. Accidentally unpaused it. So we have an extra gun now, so that'll help us out against these guys a little bit. I still don't know if we'll be able to penetrate their shields, though. We need to get some energy cannons online. So these auto turrets are kind of like the casual, I want to murder you, but I don't really want to spend any resources doing it. You know, if we want to get more serious about ship-to-ship combat, we got to get bigger weapons. Oh, actually, let's aim for their smaller shield generator first. First of all, because it's in the middle of 2-point defense turrets. If we take those out, that'll be good. Those random stray shots might hit them. And second of all, because it's easier to destroy than the bigger shield generators, so we can reduce their shields a little bit quicker. It's a little bit tougher target to hit, though. Thinking about jumping at this point. Okay, yeah, our shields came back up, so we got a minute here. If we can get this repaired, that would be ideal. Nobody's asleep. Come on, guys. Oh, let's go to battle stations. That'll help. Here we go. And somebody's doing this now. Good. Hoping we can destroy the shield generator. Once we do that, then we're gonna jump. Come on, die. If they're about to destroy this, though, then we'll jump as well. Fortunately, their aim's even worse than ours. Okay, I think we're jumping now. That thing's at 1 hit point. I don't want to lose it. Okay. Might as well stop over here and get some Hyperium. These guys continue to have nothing useful for us. That's alright. It occurred to me that we were producing chemicals from the refinery for sale at one point. We don't need to have 7 units of chemicals, just for general usage purposes. Let's keep it at like 3. There we go. I don't have enough infrablocks to repair our... Oh, we did lose the auto turret, darn it. Oh well. We'll get fixed in a minute or two when they produce more infrablocks. We can actually buy infrablocks from this guy. Let's see if they have any available. Yeah, we'll buy a couple. Just to make sure that gets repaired quickly. They sent out their fighters to go shoot at asteroids. Should have gone to watch that and notice it until they were coming back to their hangars. What are we building here? We were going to rearrange this. We can do this in this sector here. In order to move this, by the way, the pod hangar, it doesn't let you move it while there's a pod in there. It gives you instructions, actually. It says abandon or relocate craft first. So what we can do is click abandon. That leaves the pod. So the pod's going to just park itself out here in space now. And then we can go ahead and use the move command on this. Bring that up here. And then once this is rebuilt, then we can reclaim this pod using the claim button. This is something that I think a lot of new players struggle to figure out, that I also struggled to figure out at one point, is how to move these things once they have a ship that's in the bay there. And the shuttles work pretty much the same way. Okay, we can claim, and now click on this empty pod bay, hit accept, and then the crew member will actually go outside the airlock and then go get that. There they go, and then move it into there. Very good. Do we want to do the same thing over here? I think we got time. I'm looking at the Slavers Guild coming in here. There's a slight possibility you might have to leave this pod behind, but I think we're okay. Yep, Sarah's already on it. Okay, now we can claim this. There we go, somebody got it. Very good. Now, because we have a military alliance ship in the sector, we're going to hang around and try to fight the Slavers Guild here. So I think the military alliance and the Slavers Guild don't like each other, if I remember correctly. Whole crew is on break, which isn't ideal. We can let them... Let's go to battle stations now. Battle stations mode activated. Telling me that because of... okay, so we have these guys going on here now. I'm going to open fire on this nearer one here. We'll see who the military alliance shoots at. They're launching fighters, which is cool. Slavers Guild doesn't have any fighters. I'm not going to launch fighters because I haven't decided if we're going to stick in the sector and destroy these guys yet or not. I think these military alliance guys are going to get shot down, the fighters. The AI doesn't use fighters very intelligently. We'll try to help them out, though, by destroying the point defenses. So what's going to end up happening is these fighters, because they're in the vicinity of that ship, they're going to wind up... they're going to die, the pilot's going to eject, and then they're going to end up boarding this ship. You can see there's the military alliance pilot. He'll just go to the nearest ship, I think. Yeah, so he's coming into the... oh, maybe he's going back to his own ship. Stand corrected. That's okay, actually. We've almost destroyed this. Let's finish the job there. Wasn't what I was aiming at initially, but since we've shot it, we may as well continue shooting it. My new point defenses are going crazy, trying to shoot down an asteroid that's coming in. Nice. Okay. Okay, we've destroyed that one weapons pod. Now, do we go for the other one, or do we keep going for like the shields and point defenses and stuff? All four of the military, or sorry, 3 of the 4 military alliance fighters have been shot down. This one's still in the air. Let's see if I can disable their shields. I think it's very likely the Slavers Guild ships are going to run, so we're going to keep an eye out on the hyperdrives. If they start charging them hyperdrive, we might shoot at their hyperdrives instead. As far as they haven't tried to flee already yet, actually. Not sure what they're thinking. Where's this Military Alliance shuttle going? Why am I being boarded by the Military Alliance? Oh, did they come on board my ship? Do I have a Military Alliance pilot on here? I do. Look at that. They got so one of the pilots that got shot down. He actually went on board my ship because it was the nearest ship instead of the Slavers Guild ship, which is fine. We won't mess with him. So as soon as that shuttle gets here, he's going to come pick up this pilot and then walk off with him. If I really wanted to antagonize the Military Alliance, I could like take this guy as prisoner. But then I'd be at war with those guys, and my situation would be a lot more complicated than it is now. Zach is heading over to the shuttle. I'm not sure why this other shuttle is coming. He's trying to pick up their guy from the Military Alliance ship. That's interesting. Or from the Slavers Guild ship. No, they're sending a boarding party is what it is. Okay. Hopefully I'm not hitting any Military Alliance guys as I'm shooting at their ship here. It's weird that the Slavers Guild hasn't tried to flee, because they're definitely outgunned. Maybe I'll try to... The Military Alliance is shooting at that. Maybe I'll try to shoot at that as well. So if we disable that, we could potentially send fighters. We would want to disable the weapons on this ship as well, probably. No, they're not. We're not letting them surrender. Screw that. Okay, they're actually trying to leave now, so... Let's send 3 of our turrets to that, and 3 of our turrets to that. See if we can prevent them from escaping. So every time the hyperdrive gets hit, it loses some of its charge. Maybe we'll send 2 of our turrets to continue working on the ship systems that we care about. Military Alliance has destroyed their... Oh man, they got away. Okay. That's alright. What about his friend, though? Did they just leave with the Military Alliance guys on board? They must have. Maybe they took the Military Alliance guys prisoner. Have to wrap up here in about 10 minutes. Somebody got a chronic wound. I think the Military Alliance... I don't know if they tried to board this as well. I didn't see them try to board, but I wasn't really paying attention. I mean, they're not really threatening us at all. We could continue working on our ship build while we're doing this. So... we still need that. We need them. This part of the hull can be removed. That'll work. Yep. Doing the same thing on the other side, right? Right. So we're gonna turn off battle stations. What is this here? Oh, it's an asteroid. Okay. So when the battle station's turned off, the crew can go about their regular duties. We're going to turn off the jump drive, turn off navigation, so that our pods can go out. That's going to enable us to do hull construction while we're fighting the Slavers Guild here. They've actually only got 1 point defense turret left, so we can destroy that. We can launch fighters. In fact, I'm actually going to launch the fighters now and aim them at this point defense turret. We don't need ops anymore. No surrender. Okay, I think they usually surrender first and then try to escape, so we've destroyed their point defense turret. We'll send the fighters after this. Our shields keep coming back up. Should be launching fighters here, right? Yeah, here's one of them. The other one's about to launch. Looks like the ship's gonna get blown up. They're trying to escape. Not sure whether or not they can escape on one hyperdrive. Okay, that hyperdrive's down. Okay, we destroyed their ship, so they're not going anywhere. Let's recall our fighters. Cancel our turrets. We are going to put all of our stations back on automatic. All right, and I think we're going to call it there for today. So next time we're probably going to do a boarding action against these guys and try to take some more prisoners or at least get some more loot. But we're going to end it there for today because I got to wrap up in 5 minutes anyway. I think that's a really good stopping place. I want to say thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to follow if you're watching on Twitch, or subscribe. It's free if you're watching on YouTube. Cannonball and Atomic, good to see you both as always. Thanks for hanging out. And I hope everybody has a good afternoon. Take care, folks.